Fearless Gamers, Matt here for Fearless Games, and today I'm doing another Vets review on this really cool thing that I spotted when I was down at Star Wars Weekend this past weekend here, and that is the Star Wars edition of Earth Metal 3D Metal Kits. Or Metal Earth 3D Model Kits, Star Wars edition. These are made by a company called Fascinations, and they basically make these thin sheet metal statue kits. They have a whole variety. They've got tanks, bridges, bikes, cars, statues, whole bunch of different things, and they have little cool accessories, though the only website that claims to carry a lot of stuff, I can't find these really cool accessories they have. They have these, they have a little LED display stand, you put the thing on, it shines some LED lights on it and looks really cool, and a solar turntable, where you put it down and in the light it'll spin it around. I can't find these things. I would buy these at the drop of a hat because they're just that awesome. But I did manage to pick up the Star Wars kits. That, like I said, I was at Disney. They were doing this Star Wars weekend thing. Got to meet Billy D. Williams and see Mark Hamill from afar because he wouldn't do autographs unless you paid him, and Disney wouldn't let him do. But that's a whole different story right there. And they had this thing called the Darth Maul. And at the Darth Maul, they had a lot of crazy Star Wars exclusive items that you could only get during Star Wars weekend. One of them being these little statue kits. So I decided to pick some up. There are 4 in total. There is the TIE Advance, or Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, the All-Terrain Armored Transport, the AT-AT or AT-AT, the Millennium Falcon, and, because I already built this one because I wanted to give it a shot, R2-D2. And so get there, let's see if I can get this, see, so he's got all these edge work in him to give out the little details, and every facet of this thing was thin, flat metal sheets that I had to bend into on these different shapes to create this whole display. And he actually came with a little stand. He's the only one that actually has this kind of thing on him. And they're actually pretty cool. So I'm going to open one of these up so you guys can get an idea of how they look. Which one am I probably going to build next? I'll probably do the Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. And I picked these up because they're really cool little model kits. And I just really liked how they looked in the display case. So you open it up, you get a set of instructions that I already ripped, like so. Gives you a diagram of the model. Then it does a assembly flowchart for it. And from what I've noticed, it seems to fairly easy. It seems to go like here, then here, then here. It's really tough to figure out exactly which directions they're supposed to go. If I had any issue with this, it is the directions. The directions are not very clear. In terms of, it's tough to tell what is which part in this instructions. I really don't understand, because argumentatively you go, oh, look at the numbers. Well, those numbers are actually the pieces here. And they don't really tell you, but you should probably have a pair of clippers to make it easier to get the pieces out. And there's some things like on R2 here, for his body they said just round with pencil. It's like, well, he's a lot thicker than a pencil. What do you mean by that? So I'm not a big fan of the instructions, but they're not impossible. As you can see, I managed to get little R2 here done. But aside from that, what you also get in this is two flat sheets of metal. And they have all the parts, and again, they're not labeled, so you're going to have to use the instructions and kind of like lay them down as the instructions go and just find the piece. They're easily bendable. They suggest needle nose pliers. I used a pair of tweezers because I just didn't feel like finding a pair of needle nose pliers. There we go. Didn't feel like hunting one down in my in the basement and all that, so I just used a pair of tweezers, and it worked pretty fine. I never went, oh, I really wish. Actually, there were points where I was glad that I only had the tweezers because were able to get some of the more finer pieces done better. And yeah, the only other thing I recommend is like tweezers, clippers to clip the pieces. And then it's just a bunch of, bend this piece here, put tab into this piece, and either bend it down in a 90 degree or twist it. They actually tell you that that's the only part that the instructions are good for, is if it should be folded or if it should be twisted, the tabs, once the pieces are connected to each other. Doesn't take too long to get these things assembled. I did R2 in about, I want to say, an hour total. I took longer than that realistically, but when you combo all the time that I spent, roughly comes down to about an hour's worth of work. Not bad. And you get a really cool little statue. They cost about $13, $14 for them. So I think that's a pretty nice deal. And they make really cool displays. They look wicked once they're done. And like I said, it's a nice little fun hobby. It's something different in case you're sick and tired of doing 40K or War Machine or Dystopian or whatever game that you want to that you've been playing. Nice little relaxation, little something, and it makes a really cool display for your computer or something. The only thing is I wish I could just find like the LED stand, because I really want one of those for these guys, because I think they would look awesome. But if you want to give them a check out some of their Star Wars or their non-Star Wars stuff. The 4 that I got here, those are the only Star Wars ones they have. They may make more, I don't know what's going on with that. But I'll leave a link in the description for the website for the whole gamut. From there you can find out what they make, what they sell, and where you can buy it. And I believe they do also offer an online catalog, but you have to like sign up for and make an account and all that jazz. So, if you want, feel free. And that is all for right now. Thank you all for watching. If you haven't yet, like this video and subscribe, and just share us with your friends, help get the word out with Fearless Games. And if you haven't yet, check out our Facebook. Sometimes you see some crazy little updates or fun little news facts and just random stuff going on. So, that is all for right now. And until next time, Fearless Gamers, take care.